Give a reverence to God, who is the head of my life, to the convention president, Dr. Lyndon Bowie and his staff, to the Congress president, Dr. Rhoda Owens Matthews and her staff, to my district, the Berean district, and our president, Reverend Dr. Harold J. Butler and his staff, to all other district, state, and national officers and their staff, to my pastor, the Reverend Dr. Jimmy Brown, and to my entire church family. Thank you for being a rock and a support system. To my family, thank you for everything. And last but not least, a special thanks to my parents, especially during this time, for helping me get everything together with virtual school and everything like that, and also just being a very strong support system. I'm just here to give a word of encouragement to the young people. It's been a very strange time in the world we live in. For the last 6 months, our world has been dealing with a pandemic that has cost many people jobs, homes, and hope, just to name a few. Students were pushed into a new way of learning, and some lost many major events that they would have experienced if the pandemic had not happened. I'm just here to encourage the young people and the saints to keep going. In Isaiah 41:13, in the NIV version, it reads, "For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, 'Do not fear, I will help you.'" Just like the scripture says, do not fear, because God will help you. God will see us through. He will not send us burdens that we cannot handle. Even though the pandemic has changed so many parts of our daily lives, we have to have hope in His word and His promise. It has also been challenging with our faith and our walk with Christ during this time. We're online, we're virtual, and it's so easy to just not log in on Facebook Church, and it's so easy to not go to rewatch the service on YouTube. And there's so many people doubting God during this time because of the havoc it has caused. Because why would a God that loves His people so much do this to us? But God has a purpose and a plan for everything.
Yes, He does.
We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And this is the time we really need to have faith in that scripture. Especially with lots and lots of students, young to college age, masters, doctorals, going to school online. Do not give up. Be steadfast in your studies. I know it's truly difficult and a transitional time for everyone. And I just want you to stay encouraged. We do not know the future, only God does. All we have to do is love Him, obey Him, and count on Him, and our future will be bright, no matter the situation we're in now. We should use the tools that God gave us to help us do this time. Some of those tools are hope, faith, and trust. Many people have lost all three. Hebrews 10:23 says, "Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for He who promised is faithful." Hope for better days. Hope for a change in our nation. Hope for a way to stop the spread of such an uncontrollable sickness. 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, "For we live by faith and not by sight." Have faith that we will make it through this. Have faith that He is the one that can bring us through. Have faith in His word, His promise, His actions, and His mercy. In Deuteronomy 31:6 it says, "Be strong and courageous.
Yeah.
Do not be afraid or terrified because of them.
Yeah.
For the Lord your God goes with you.
All right now.
He will never leave you nor forsake you." Trust and believe that He has a plan for all of us. Trust that He will always be there. Like the scripture says, He will never leave us or forsake us. Trust that He will bring us through this age of virtual learning. Trust that He will help us with the stress of online schooling. Trust in His promises. I know I've said that a lot, but it's important. God will bless us indeed. As the songwriter says, sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Speak victory over yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord. Speak the word, and you will be healed. You have to stay encouraged because God got this, and God got us. Humbly submitted, Cheyene Davidson, State Youth President.